Well, we are back out here at A1 Custom Car Care with Dustin. Hey, Dustin.
Always great to have you here at the shop.
Always fun to come by. So we are running a special this month on brakes and brake inspections. One of the thing is brake fluid. You got to check that.
We're trying to prevent people from having to replace parts that I see that are damaged due to either lack of maintenance or pushing it too far when they have brake needs. So brake fluid's one of those things nobody ever thinks about. I bet when you wake up in the morning, you're not like, should I get it changed? So during our normal brake inspection, we're going to check the copper content. We're going to check the moisture content, coloration, to make sure A, you're safe with you and your family as you go down the road, and when you really need the brakes, they actually work and get you stopped. So as part of our brake inspection and part of our brake service, we're going to service the brakes on this vehicle. We're going to change the brake fluid due to the coloration of the copper content to where we don't have to prematurely put master cylinders, ABS units, or any kind of hydraulic failures due to lack of maintenance.
Okay, and what is this?
So what we're going to do here is kind of like, I don't know if anybody's ever had a swimming pool out there, but we're actually going to do
they're like pH strips.
Yeah, so we're going to check coolant on one side of this one. We're going to check the brake system for copper content, and then we have small little electronic checkers that check the moisture content, so when your brakes get hot, they don't fade to the floor.
How important is it to maintain your brakes? Because some people, again, will hear something and they'll be like, oh, it's fine, or they might cut corners and not service their brake fluid.
That's what I see most often, is that they cut the corner or they wait too long, and it goes from making a random noise to a terrible grinding noise or a brake fade situation. So as far as I'm concerned, it's really important, but it'll save you a ton of money if you head the problem off early instead of waiting and then you have a catastrophic failure and then we're having a whole different discussion at that point.
It's a safety issue.
That's a huge
point blank
issue.
That's a safety issue.
Yeah, I don't know if anybody drives around Springfield here, but there's occasion where I'm very thankful I have good brakes on my vehicle.
Yes, I think we all can relate to that. Yeah. So brake fluid is number one here.
Yep. So we are going to always upgrade to a DOT4, which is a superior fluid. It's going to give you even a better feel as you hit the brakes. And the boiling point when you're, say, down in Branson and those brakes are hot, you're in August, this fluid is going to perform better than the fluid that came in at stock. So we're going to get it all flushed out, any of the sediment down at the bottom, to where we know for the next 20, 30, 40, 50,000 miles, this brake system is going to be in tip-top shape.
What happens if you wait until the brake fluid is too low?
So typically, one reason is the brake pad is worn out, and we go into a grinding situation here. Brake fluid got too low. The other thing is inside the bore of the master cylinder ABS unit, there are rubber seals and O-rings in there. When you get debris in there or when you get it too low, it'll roll one of those O-rings and then the brake pedal goes to the floor and it doesn't have that resistance that it has when the system's in good tip-top shape.
Right, and again, a safety issue.
Absolutely. It's basically that panic. You go to hit the brakes, you have an object in front of you, and it just sinks to the floor and you do not slow down.
How often should someone get their brakes checked?
Depends on how you drive. I have some folks that do deliveries and maybe they're doing brakes every couple of years, and I have other folks that are really easy on their brakes. My rule of thumb is at least every other year, and if you hear or feel anything different, so squeaks, vibrations, pulsations, grinding is a little bit too far, those are all indications that now is the time to get it in and get it looked at.
So if you're riding like you're on a roller coaster, it's time to get your car checked.
Very much so. And if you don't, it's going to cost you more money in the end, and I don't want that for anybody.
Cost you money, it could cost your life.
That's true. That is very true.
That's the biggest expense there. Get your brakes checked. That's number one.
As well as it's better safe than sorry. So it's, we're running the special so we can make sure and get vehicles in, make sure you're safe. Maybe you don't need anything, but God forbid you do. We want to ID what's going on, give you the information, you can make the decision from there.
And it's a free inspection.
It's a free inspection.
Dustin, where can people go for more information?
So you can Google us, you can stop by either location here in Springfield or out in Republic, give us a call, we'll set you an appointment to make sure we give the time necessary to be thorough, to make sure you can make the best decision possible.
Sounds great. Come out here to A1 Custom Car Care, get your brakes checked, and stay safe.